Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll discuss about Constitution, its features and what are the features of Indian Constitution and what does the term constitutionalism means. So let's start. So first we will define the term constitution. Every country has its constitution. So what is its meaning? Constitution is a set of rules and laws according to which state should function. So it imposes limitations on the power of state. Now we'll look about the features of the constitution. It's provide a basic sets of rules for the coordination between the different organs of government. For example, legislative, executive, and judiciary. Second, it limits the power on state. So what state can do and what state cannot do. For example, in Indian Constitution under Article 13, state cannot make any laws that violates the fundamental rights of the citizen. It also defines who has the power to make laws and enforce it, and the aspiration and goals of the society. Also it reflects the ideology and philosophy of the nation. Now we'll look into the term constitutionalism means. Term constitutionalism means it sets the limits on the power of the state, so what state can do and what state cannot do. For example, Article 13 of the Indian Constitution says that state cannot make any laws that abridges or violates the fundamental rights of the people. Similarly, in the Keshwananda Bharati case, Supreme Court ruled that states do not have unlimited power to amend the constitution. Constitution has some certain basic features which state cannot amend. For example, federalism, separation of power, etc. Now we'll look about main features of Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution is a blend of rigidity as well as flexible. That means some provisions of the Constitution can be amended by simple majority, while the other provision requires the special majority, and some of the provision that is going to affect the federal structure of state, it also requires the ratification by half of the state legislature. Indian Constitution has been borrowed from different constitution. For example, it adopted the parliamentary form of government from Britain, emergency directive principle of state policy from the Irish constitutions, and many more provision has been borrowed from different constitutions of the world. Indian Constitution is a written constitutions, uh, while the while the while the British Constitution is unwritten. Next comes Indian Constitution is the lengthiest constitutions of the world. It has guaranteed fundamental rights. It provides for the independent and integrated judiciary. In India, we don't have the separate judiciary for the center and the state. We have the one judiciary that is integrated at the top, the Supreme Court, and below the High Court, and below it the subordinate courts. It envisages for the welfare state, which can be seen from Part 4, Directive Principle of State Policy. Indian Constitution is a federal constitution. It also provides for social equality that can be seen from the directive principle of state policy, and the preamble also emphasizes for the social equality. Thank you. I hope you found it informative.